There's a lot of news going on today, and we're going to be covering some of the ones that involve Ripple, XRP, and what's going on with FTX, because some news just broke that makes Sam Bankman-Fried's position over FTX officially over. And there is now going to be an investigation into Gary Gensler's ties to FTX. You're not going to want to miss this information. And we're also going to take a look at the Bitcoin price, some of the predictions as to where it's going to go, made by some of the top crypto analysts right now. Hey everyone, my name is Randy. Welcome back to the Late Night Grind. And right now on this channel, we are covering the Ripple versus the SEC case, as well as other cryptocurrency news, investment markets, and personal finance. So if any or all these topics interest you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, join the Late Night Grind community. Also, if you do a couple things, I'd appreciate it. Smash the thumbs up button and watch this video all the way to the end. If you do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, let's jump into it. So let's first start off by talking about an investigation into Gary Gensler. Yes, you heard that right. Representative Tom Emmer in the United States Congress now wants to officially launch an investigation into Gary Gensler's ties into Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX exchange. You know, that exchange that just crashed. Now, why is there going to be an investigation? Well, you have to look at the ties and some of the rumors that are looking at some of these ties and how they all fit together. Well, Sam Bankman-Fried, he went to MIT, and of course Gary Gensler, he taught at MIT. And not only that, Caroline Ellison, who is the CEO of Alameda Research, which is basically the holding company for FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried's companies, well, she also was at MIT, and this all ties together. And some of the rumors and speculation swirling around are that Gary Gensler's ties to FTX were because of his, we'll call this a nefarious plot to have more reach into the crypto world. It's a very odd one, but nonetheless, there's going to be an investigation into that. Also, Sam Bankman-Fried is officially out as the CEO at FTX. Now, you saw that coming after the collapse. Typically, this is what happens. FTX also officially filed for bankruptcy, and it's not going to be pretty. And in my opinion, it is likely that we are going to see a lot more collateral damage come out in the next couple of weeks due to this collapse. So if you've been following this channel for specific information about the Ripple versus the SEC case, you no doubt know about Gary Gensler and pretty much the disdain that many people in the crypto space, specifically on this Ripple case, have for Gary Gensler. And there was what we'll just call a little bit of cheering or applauding on Twitter when it was announced there was going to be an investigation into Gary Gensler's ties to FTX. And before I get into some interesting Ripple news and XRP news, I wanted to go over some of the price predictions that I just saw come out for Bitcoin and what this market could be doing. Because a lot of people had said that the local bottom was in, that 17,500 was going to be the bottom. Bitcoin was going to continue probably sideways for a while. It wasn't going to go any lower than that. Well, this last week just proved it wrong, and it went, in fact, lower. So, Rect Capital on Twitter has also given his speculation as to where Bitcoin price could be going, and that is $11,000. Their speculation is that, yes, there will be a Bitcoin bull run coming up. However, it will not be today, as they put it. His speculation of about $11,000, a lot of that's based on a technical indicator, technical support indicator, meaning there's a lot of people looking to buy Bitcoin if it does reach that $11,000 level. Now, I have seen other analysts talk about the same thing, and right now it looks like the major support levels are at around 14,000, 11,000, and if it cracks 11,000, this thing could go all the way down to about 7,500, would be a very, very bad case scenario. And a doomsday scenario would be a $3,500 Bitcoin. Now, those are just from the technical analysis and technical indicators. And some of these analysis, when they do give these predictions, they also mention the fact that one, like Invest Answers, is talking about March of 2024 as to when Bitcoin will be back around the $65,000 level. So that kind of falls in line with some of the analysis that I've been watching, in that 2023 is going to be, well, basically downward bear market, not just for crypto markets, but for the global markets, the stock market as a whole, into probably middle of 2023. My guess is that the Fed is going to stop raising rates, and that is going to be the positive news. That's probably going to, if not spike, it's going to at least turn the market back into some positive sentiment. And if you want to have a conversation about that, you can always follow me on Twitter. There is a link in the description below. I no longer have comments available on this channel because I removed the comment section after doing an analysis, finding that 93% were spam, scams, or bots. All right, so now let's talk about what's going on in the Ripple case. There's yet another amicus brief, or a motion filed to file another amicus brief. This one is in support of Ripple. This is an interesting one. It's actually a payments processor company called Cryptillion Payments, and they're actually an XRP digital wallet and payment service. They've filed a motion to file their amicus brief in support of Ripple's opposition to the SEC's motion for summary judgment. Basically, they're supporting Ripple. My guess is we're going to continue to see these trickle in as the weeks go on. And finally, I wanted to talk about some big news revolving around XRP that was kind of unsaid, but if you've been following these storylines and who supports XRP and who is heavily invested into what the XRP ledger does and what Ripple's doing on the fintech side, then you know that this is big news. So a Twitter user, Ty Lobin, actually tweeted out what JP Morgan just did, and this is big news, not just for the crypto world, but also for the legacy financial system and its ties into the crypto world. This revolving around JP Morgan's first live trade on a public blockchain. Listen to the analysis, and I want you to pay special attention to the very last thing that's mentioned and how this could tie in to XRP. World. JP Morgan has executed its first live trade on a public blockchain using DeFi, tokenized deposits, and verifiable credentials as part of the MAS project, as part of the Project Guardian. Many world firsts here, and since it's public, here's a transparent thread on what we did. So you can go, and I'll actually link this in the description below. You can actually go and read his thread. But listen to this. Linda Jones actually quote tweeted him and said, "Did you see the first tokenized money market funds were sent on a public blockchain? JP Morgan became the first major bank to execute cross-border DeFi trades via public blockchains, a significant achievement following the bank's tokenization of money market funds." It gets better. For collateral settlements in partnerships with BlackRock, it's called Project Guardian. The trades consist of live cross-currency transactions involving tokenized Japanese yen and Singaporean dollar deposits. In addition, a simulated exercise involving the buying and selling of tokenized government bonds. The first industry pilot, here we go, was between JP Morgan and SBI Digital Asset Holdings. SBI, the biggest financial services firm in all of Japan, is bullish on one cryptocurrency and one crypto blockchain. Can you name that? It's the XRP ledger. It's XRP, and they are big proponents of Ripple's fintech products. So some very big news coming out of the legacy financial world, and if you haven't known, SBI, of course, very bullish on XRP, so that is some big news that I picked up on as soon as I read that headline. In terms of the price right now, XRP is trading at about 38 cents, which is basically what it was yesterday after it bounced back from that spike down low. Everything in the crypto world seems to be pretty much holding its own today. Not too much movement after the big drop yesterday, but in my opinion, the next couple weeks there's going to be even more volatility, especially since the crypto volatility index finally got back above the stock volatility index, which it's been below for the greater part of the last several months. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end, for smashing that thumbs up button, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next video.